Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to give my completely honest opinion on Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Sicks in 2024. So far, anyway, obviously there's a lot still left to give. This story is literally only just starting. But my initial thoughts, and obviously more importantly, involving you, the wrestling fans, the Bray Wyatt fans of old. Get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions and your honest opinions on Uncle Howdy in 2024. Now, I'll be completely honest, there's a lot more I like than I dislike. There's only a few small critiques that I have along the way, but overall, I think Bray Wyatt is up in heaven, just smiling. I bet he's so happy with what his brother has been able to deliver. Bo Dallas has absolutely killed it. And first and foremost, we've got to start off with the fact that Bo's acting chops have been bang on. These VHS promos, these Uncle Howdy interactions have been next level. Like, Bo Dallas has always been able to sell his facial expressions, but he's done it on a whole new level in this Uncle Howdy persona. And there's an element of believability because it clearly feels like Bo Dallas is embracing not only Uncle Howdy, but also the spirit of Bray Wyatt as well. But more importantly, it's done really, really tastefully, honouring the Firefly Funhouse as well. Bray Wyatt's genius creation. I like the origin stories as well of the characters that have joined the Wyatt Sicks, the superstars and their reasons for joining this dominant faction. The fact that they're quite simply lost souls. They struggled in the past to get over in various gimmicks, and now they're under the guidance of the leadership of Uncle Howdy. They've taken his hand and he's going to take things to a whole new level. I love the backstories, the reasons why they've joined the family. The VHS style videos feels very family connected. Also feels a bit Firefly Funhouse as well. I always think of the Firefly Funhouse TV set. And I just love the way they shot those as well. I thought it was a little bit different, a little bit out there. Just feels nostalgic and very, very old school. And also as well, the fact that Bo Dallas has taken on and embraced Uncle Howdy. After all, Bo Dallas was portraying Uncle Howdy in the previous Bray Wyatt storyline to protect his brother. Lie for me, brother. Know not what you said. Use me for cover. It almost feels like this time Uncle Howdy is in Bo Dallas's head, but then he can also bring him to life physically, just like Bray with the Fiend. The Fiend was a creation in the Firefly Funhouse in his mind until it actually came to life. Another thing I really like in connection to the Wyatt Sicks, the fact that they take their masks off when they wrestle. Well, at least Loomis, Rowan and Gacy. I like that because they're embracing the Firefly Funhouse puppets, but also there's a believability in the ring and you can see all their in-ring facial expressions. And of course, it goes without saying, the ridiculous, meticulous attention to detail with the little Bray tributes within each Firefly Funhouse character. We've covered this in previous videos, so go check out the Easter egg videos. We cover all the little details. But if we look briefly at Uncle Howdy, there are so many connections to Bray. The fact that we got the crown of thorns on top of the Uncle Howdy hat, just like what we saw Alexa Bliss wear at WrestleMania 37. The red circle on top of the hat. The glove, the Bray glove. The Hurt glove, with of course Bray's name on. And of course more recently the gauntlet that Uncle Howdy was wearing in his in-ring debut against Chad Gable. Allegedly some of the previous material that was used for the Fiend was included within that, which is really, really cool. Of course, you've got the 3 belts that Uncle Howdy wears, potentially signifying the 3 world championships that Bray won, or WWE championship, should we say, in Universal. Or it could potentially represent the 3 versions of Bray Wyatt. And also, if you really want to pay attention to the little details, again, this is just complete fan speculation, but what about the 14 buttons that Uncle Howdy wears on his jacket? If you look at Wyndham Rotunda, the name Wyndham Rotunda, the real name of Bray Wyatt, that's 14 letters, right? So potentially could be a little connection there. Maybe, or maybe we're massively reaching here. So many tributes, and of course the dreadlocks as well. Of course the red dread within those dreadlocks as well. Just so many tributes, and hats off to all the various versions of Bray Wyatt. And I certainly feel that Uncle Howdy is a combination of all the previous versions of Bray Wyatt rolled into one. Of course, it goes without saying all the little details with the tributes to Bray Wyatt in ring, down from the dancing to the mandible claw to the Sister Abigail, and absolutely nailing the Sister Abigail. And kudos to Chad Gable for selling the living daylights out of that, by the way. And also, I really like the fact that the group come out to shatter as well. I got goosebumps when they came out and made their first entrance together with that theme as well. I thought that was a really nice hats off to, of course, Bray. Overall, the presentation is absolutely awesome. They have this certain aura, and this is just the start. There's more to come with Alexa. I'll be interested to see how they work that into the storyline. And think about where they started as well. They absolutely laid out everyone backstage. So down the line, are we going to see even more sinister actions from the Wyatt Sicks? The sky's the limit with them. Now, I said I was going to be completely honest in this video, and I'm going to be. I wasn't completely blown away by Uncle Howdy's in-ring debut. There were a lot of spots that I loved. I loved all the tributes to Bray. The dancing with Chad Gable was just awesome. But for me, it didn't stand out as a wow moment. Do you get where I'm coming from? If you asked me to remember one major highlight from that episode of Raw, I'm probably going to say the Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed moment, because that was something else. Honestly, that was like an open mouth moment, and you were like, what the heck is going on here? But I just felt something lacked with the Uncle Howdy in-ring debut. I thought Bo absolutely killed it in the ring. I thought Chad Gable played his part in that match, and as I said, sold the living daylights out of the Sister Abigail. But something for me just felt like it was missing. There were clearly, very, very clearly, some issues with Bo Dallas's hair. Now, I know it's trial and error, and this is all new, but you would have had dry runs. You'd have had run-throughs before this match, and clearly they would have highlighted and picked up that there's issues with the hair early on before bringing it to television. That's just my personal opinion, and I know it's a really small critique, but it does matter. I just felt that Uncle Howdy felt a little bit goofy in places in the ring, and visually, for me, it just didn't connect. Now, I absolutely love the Uncle Howdy mask, the original one, the first one that we saw upon the Uncle Howdy 2024 return. But this in-ring version just felt a little bit off. I think there's definitely some tweaks they can make with that. I love the fact that Uncle Howdy came out to shatter, but if I'm being really, really picky, I would prefer that Uncle Howdy came out to Feared. Feared was an absolutely badass theme and suited Uncle Howdy to perfection. I didn't like the fact that they added on these effects as well that really spoilt the moment with the shatter theme. I think as a group, the Wyatt Sicks, yeah, come out to shatter, but I feel that Uncle Howdy could come out to Feared or a new theme, but maybe, just maybe, that's a work in progress, and as the storyline progresses, maybe Uncle Howdy gets an updated theme, maybe. Also, I'm wary of the Wyatt Sicks coming out and attacking people too much, where it loses that aura, I suppose, if you like. I don't want to see the Wyatt Sicks coming out too much, but I get it. It's to the aid of Uncle Howdy, and they are a family, so from a storyline perspective, it makes sense. But I just don't want to see it too much, because it might feel a little bit overkill. I want it to feel like a special attraction we don't see that often, every now and again, maybe. Now, to wrap this video up, I want to touch upon one very small point, but could be quite significant moving forward. Now, you know my thoughts in the lead up to the Uncle Howdy return. I was quite skeptical about Bo Dallas portraying Uncle Howdy physically, mainly because if we look at the original storyline, Bo Dallas was portraying Uncle Howdy to protect Bray, to cover his lies, right? Bray Wyatt was and confessed to be Uncle Howdy. I am the Eater of Worlds, I am Uncle Howdy, I am him. Uncle Howdy, the ghost in the machine, part of Bray Wyatt's darkest psyche. Now Bo Dallas is taken on Uncle Howdy physically, and that's okay, because in a way it continues the storyline, because Bo was portraying Uncle Howdy to protect Bray, right? So it makes sense from a storyline perspective, but I would have preferred to have kept Uncle Howdy in the background. I would have preferred Bo Dallas to embrace Uncle Howdy psychologically, just like Bray did, rather than take him on physically. And there's a reason for that, because I think there's only so far you can go with Uncle Howdy in the ring. And Bo Dallas has got so many incredible facial expressions, I feel they get lost when he's wearing the Uncle Howdy mask. I would have preferred Uncle Howdy to be the leader, but in the background, as I said, the ghost in the machine, and he then gets Bo Dallas to embrace the darkness, embrace his darkest side, and bring out a new alter ego, a new character entirely. Now, I get why they went with Uncle Howdy as a character physically, because they've got the name, they've got the character, they've got the previous. But maybe, just maybe, in the future, we get to see something new from Bo Dallas. I'd like to see something new from Bo, potentially. Maybe we get that in the future. As I say, Uncle Howdy is many things, so potentially he can even evolve, but we'll have to wait and see. But what do you think? Get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions. What are your positives when it comes to Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Sicks? And also, what are your slight negatives as well? If you enjoyed it so far, how can they improve? What do you think? Get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions. And as always, it'd be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. We'll catch you in the next one.